Hello writers, I'm really excited today because what I can actually share is that I've gone past the 200 subscriber number here on my YouTube channel, Nick Sturgeon Books. I'm really amazed by that, and really it's a sign of your support for me and your interest in the things that I've been talking about this last year and a half to get to just over a pip over 200 subscribers. The channel has always been about the idea of simplifying the process of writing, making it less daunting, less frightening, and less worrying. I've been sharing the ideas that matter to me, where I remember when I was starting out as a writer, and I've got 4 consistent sellers, and you can see those on the shelf here behind me, but I've got some consistent sellers in my name and some other sellers that go under a different name. And that has allowed me this last year and a half to make the difference from being a want-to-be writer to having that sense that I am a writer, and I either write here in the office and I do my work in this little room overlooking the garden, or I grab my notebook or my laptop and I head off to a coffee shop in the afternoon for a couple of hours. But your company, your support for me, and that sense that we are a little community. I don't know who you all are as 200 people, but I know maybe 30 of you because of your comments and sometimes your little messages to me privately. And that means the world to me, because writing, as I've said in previous videos, and you and I both know this, writing is a lonely profession. It is a lonely art. It is a solitary pursuit of the words that we are motivated by and driven by. Picking those words out of our head one at a time and forming a sentence and forming a paragraph and then a page. It doesn't come easily often, but it does come from consistently sitting down and applying yourself to screen or to paper. And my ongoing wish with this channel, Nick Sturgeon Books, is to keep sharing ideas. I'm trying to put a video out every week. What I want to encourage is simply that idea that we become people with finished writing projects because we commit on a regular basis to taking ourselves out to that coffee shop, or we sit at a table in the kitchen when nobody else needs that room, and we have that space early in the morning or late at night when we have a quiet house, and that's how we create our words. We put them on our iPads or our laptops or our free write devices, our Alpha Smart Neos, or we pick up pen and paper and we scribble and scratch until the words are there. I'm pushing for a word count at the moment in April, which will see me finish a story that I've been dragging around for more than 6 months now. But I've been busy with non-fiction writing under another activity recently, and I'm really enjoying that, creating new content and getting it published. But I've neglected my storytelling or my novel writing process as I've gone through the desire to publish more non-fiction and to have that up and about and selling on various platforms. We still have 3 weeks of April ahead of us. For some of you, you are in Camp NaNoWriMo, you're preparing for some writing later in the spring, you're putting a story together, you're maybe thinking about compiling 50,000 words this month or next month, and using the NaNoWriMo platform and their tracking tools and their tracking software, which is brilliant, to allow you to put words down every day towards a larger word count and towards a larger finished project that you can say, this is me, this is mine, I've written it, and I've completed it as much as anything else. So that's a good focus for this month. But if you're like me and you're working on an independent project at the moment, a current WIP or work in progress, take time for that. Put time in your diary for it. Today is a Sunday afternoon. We've been busy this morning with various family things, but I've got to catch up with maybe an extra hour of writing this evening. And then tomorrow I've got a couple of hours at my desk to work on the next particular aspect of this story. And I know what it is because I've pushed it around and I've prodded it and poked it for a while. And I want to get back and finish that particular story, which is an action thriller. And I want to see that finished as part of a trilogy, which I'm really thrilled about and pleased with for the way the story has developed itself. But make April your own, use it well, use it productively, make your words count, but as much as anything, make your time count so that you are approaching each of the coming weekends until you reach the end of the month, you are getting to a point where you are seeing your words build up in little journals, maybe like these moleskins that I use, or pocket notebooks that I take out with me, or little fresh books that can be there to jot ideas down in on a regular basis. Because sometimes an idea will occur to you, you're not ready for it, you're nowhere near your laptop, you're nowhere near your phone to make a notepad application or a set of jotted notes, and sometimes pen and paper is the simplest way of doing it. I'm old school, I find that more helpful than anything else. But use any prompts that you gather story with, any prompts that you put non-fiction structure into over these next few weeks. Capture those small words that are the seeds of whole pages or sets of pages or even chapters in their entirety that come from the little ideas that you have put down in those notebooks, and protected that information for yourself. Wherever you are in the world, I know some of you are in Mexico, some of you are in the States and England, a couple of you are in France and Germany. Wherever you are in the world, thank you so much for your support, because it's starting to feel now, after 18 months, and there are 200 of us, that we are on this journey together, this writing life process, bringing our stories to page, putting our messages onto screen, and turning things into a written format that we are happy with and proud about, and which I greatly encourage you to continue with. Wherever you are, happy writing. And thank you for your support for this tiny little channel called Nick Sturgeon Books, where I'm trying to capture the not necessarily day-to-day struggles, but the processes of getting our ideas from here onto paper, onto screen, and into something which eventually does become a finished book, as you can see from some of these examples from my catalogue. Use the time that you've got today to capture some words which by the end of the month you will look back on and think, yes, I'm glad I wrote on that particular day or this particular day, because a body of work comes from your commitment to regular writing. So there's the promise. I wish you all the best for the month ahead, but here's to regular writing, not just occasional, but regular writing for you and your projects. And thank you again for your brilliant support.